it up for Evan Hall, everybody. Working hard. Are we having fun? That was lame. I said, are we having fun, you guys? Friday night? Hell yeah. Who's drinking in here? Yeah. And I have a guess on who, but is anyone drinking and driving tonight? That's what I thought. Hell yeah. I love the honesty back there, you guys. It's okay, it's legal in Chicago on Fridays. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's okay, right? I mean, there's you can have a couple, right? There's a legal limit for a reason, right? It's .08. My issue with the legal limit being .08 is that drinking and driving is only fun around .09. That's kind of the sweet spot right there, you know? Where you're you're good to drive, but you do kind of feel like Willy Wonka sailing the boat down the chocolate river. You know? Where you're I know we're gonna get there okay, but none of my passengers do. That's the fun stuff. I honestly think sometimes I'm better off driving. If I've been drinking, I'm better off driving with 3 or 4 in me than with just one. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Because one beer, you're one more beer, I'm hungry, I'm tired. 3 beers, that's when I get in the car and I'm just you're goddamn right, I'm an American. You know? Drinking and driving just immediately turns me Republican, you guys. I just get in the car and I'm just oh, I can't drink and drive? I paid for these roads, all right? I bought these streets with my hard-earned American dollars that I make from my work-from-home sales job. I'm joking. You should not drink and drive. Obviously, you should not. But we've all towed the line a little bit, right? You know what I mean? Where you're you're good, and you make it home, and you're not necessarily surprised you made it home, but you do kind of look around and you're looks like I win again. You're cop 0, me 48. You know? Scoreboard. Alright, you guys are bad. This is fun. What about drugs? You guys like drugs? Yeah! Logan Square, I forgot. I'm glad that everyone's progressive about drugs. We're all very forward thinking about legalizing, normalizing doing drugs, but they've gotten kind of lame because of that, right? Don't you guys agree? You know what I'm talking about? It's cocaine used to be really fun, you know? You sneak away to the bathroom, you do a little too much coke, you go back to the party and you scare the bitches away. That was fun for a long time for us, you know? And now most of the people I know who do cocaine aren't even cokeheads. They're just normal adults who just a little bit of coke sometimes. And nothing will make cocaine lame like watching someone do it who has their life together, you know? Just watching someone be you know, I think Becca and I might buy a Mazda. Dude, you make $100,000, stop licking the table. I don't really do drugs. I'm not against them. I'm very bad at doing drugs. I feel a lot of people I have friends who take mushrooms and they're I have an epiphany, you know, they're I looked at the trees and I realized I have to be more empathetic. I took mushrooms a couple weeks ago, and at one point out loud I just said, I have too many friends named Matthew. That was my big revelation. Most people do mushrooms, they call their family more. I just put all the Matthews in a group chat together. And I was one's gotta go, you guys figure it out. You know? I also don't like that people, now that drugs are very mainstream, that people think that there's a system, there's an art to doing drugs. You know what I'm talking about? There's I have a friend who's I like to do a little bit of mushrooms in the morning and a little bit in the evening, because it helps my creativity. And I was yeah, you also haven't looked me in the eyes in 6 months. You know? Sure, you're painting now, but you're scared of the ceiling fan, so maybe reel it in a little. I have a friend who said to me, verbatim, he goes, I like to do cocaine and smoke weed while I do it, because they cancel each other out. I was like, well, it sounds like you could just have a glass of water. Sounds like you paid $200 to feel regular today. This is fun. You guys are fun. Can I get personal with you guys? Oh yeah, very good. So I went to the doctor, and I ended up having to get a prostate exam. Very good. Yes. Here's the thing, fellas. I know we kind of covered this already, but here's the thing, fellas. Prostate exam, not that bad. All right. Honestly, the worst part is knowing that I'm never gonna come like that again. Crazy thing. Like, they tell you the exam's gonna be uncomfortable. They don't tell you that you fall in love with your doctor, alright? And he was like, you're gonna feel some pressure. I was like, yeah, put a ring on it. You know? Look, guys, love comes in mysterious ways. I come when there's a finger in my ass, alright? What we learned, it's fine. I think the fun thing about a prostate exam is that it's the only time where you can learn if you're into something sexually, but in like a professional way, you know? Like, if you want to try joking in the bedroom, you can't call your doctor and be like, Doc, we gotta run some tests, you know? But if you want to know if the butthole is your spot, you just gotta call and be like, hey, I'm peeing weird. And then worst case, you got cancer. Best case, new hobby, you know? I think that's nice. I also know why she picked on you. They have not looked at each other for this whole joke, so... This is good. Are you together? Sure? Right, maybe figure that out before you come to comedy shows in the front row. Is this like you're on like a first, second date situation? Is that what it is? Third date? Great. Well, go home and learn something about each other, you know? Have a couple more White Claws, see if you can get a finger in them, all right? And if it doesn't work out, you did your research. Take it into the field, you know? I'm promoting the scientific method tonight. It's good. This is a true story. So I went in to get this prostate exam, and it was like go time, right? Like there was no backing out of this one. I was already bent over the table. My pants were down. He'd already spit on his finger and everything. Thank you. It was funny. And what he chose to say to me in that moment was, you know, you're really too young to need this. And I was like, well, I'm glad we're just doing this for you then, Doc. Like, get some reps in while you're back there, you know? So then he entered me. I don't know what the medical term is, but he entered me, and I kind of tensed up, because as you're going to learn when there's a finger in your butt, you kind of go, ooh, you tense up a little bit. And then he said, nah, we don't have to do this. I was like, well, don't tease me now, you know? The job's not finished. You get your ass back in my ass, all right? And then what he said to me was, I just don't think you're ready for this. Whoa, right? The dudes in the room know what I'm talking about. That'll change a man, all right? You can't. I was like, I don't want this prostate exam, but now it's like a challenge, you know? He was like, I don't think you're ready for this. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking ready. I was like, I'll tell you what, why don't you get a longer finger and I'll show you what old Evan can handle, all right? I was like, honestly, take your pants down, do it with your wiener, hotshot, you know? Talking all your shit back there. This is fun. You guys are disgusting. I think I might have killed her, actually. It's a good feeling. The other thing about a prostate, we're still going with this, but I got more in the chamber, baby. That was a butthole euphemism, right? Okay. The other thing about a prostate exam is that it's the only thing that dudes have to complain about, right? As far as going to the doctor. Like, we all know it's worse for women, but we're babies about it, you know? It's our one thing. Like, I had a prostate exam. I went home to my girlfriend and I was like, he put his finger in my butt. And then she came home from the gynecologist and she was like, I got fisted by R2-D2, all right? She was like, they squashed my tits between two anvils, okay? She was talking like she just got out of a POW camp, you guys. She was smoking by the windows in black and white. It was the craziest thing. The other thing my doctor told me is that he thinks I should start going to therapy. Is that a thing that you guys... Therapy? I love talking about therapy in the Midwest because there's always like a couple people that are like, woo! And then everyone else just like, you got problems? Nothing 17 Miller Lights can't solve. That's great. Every single person I know goes to therapy, you guys, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm fucking tired of it, okay? We gotta be done with therapy. Cause like everyone's fixed now, you know? And there's no conflict anymore. Like my friend was telling me about how his girlfriend cheated on him. And he goes, I think I can forgive her. She has attachment problems, and she can't control how they manifest. And I was like, no. Be a man, murder, suicide her. I was like, you cut her brake lines like an American, all right? My 85-year-old neighbor, you guys, she's 85 years old. She told me she just started going to therapy. Why, though? You know what I get trying to be better, but you don't put on a new windshield once the car's totaled, all right? And some of you don't like that, but we should say totaled more when people die, you know? It's like, how's your mom? Oh, we totaled her, you know? Look, I'm all for getting better at any age, right? Improve your mental health, whatever. But I think at a certain age, you should just lean into being terrible, right? Because we don't like old people because they're charming. We like them because they say the most fucked up things you've ever heard. And we're just like, that's Peapod, you know? Like, I was talking to my grandfather, and I was like, I think I want to take a couple months off work and just travel. And he goes, everyone your age is a fucking pussy! He goes, no one wants to work anymore. He goes, when I was your age, I'd already killed 5 people in Vietnam. Which is a crazy thing to say, because he was not in the military. I guess he was just down there freelancing for a couple of years. All right, you've been wonderful. Give it up for Dan.